gotta come up with something business casual before Monday, and I don't have it.
What are you doing on Monday?
I gotta do some fucking thing for my scholarship, or I go to the zoo.
Oh yeah, that's where we're talking about gorilla pussy.
Yeah, we were talking about. I gotta come up with 3 questions to ask
naturally.
some executives at the zoo, and I'm thinking like, which animal do you guys like to sexually assault the most?
Oh,
Which-
that's a good one.
Which animal is the most attractive to you?
Yeah, where'd all the elephants go?
Yeah, yeah.
Those-
How much meat do you export
Yeah.
from the zoo? So we were thinking, like, which animal would be the best to fuck in the zoo?
And also, which was the
What-
biggest primate that you could get away with fucking?
I think gorilla would still kill you.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
you
for
would be
sure. You
killed
couldn't
by a
fuck a
gorilla.
gorilla.
We were just curious what their pussies looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
Could
looks,
you-
it's pretty fuckable looking. It's,
Yeah.
it's not
Successfully
It's
Awesome.
about what you'd expect.
bad.
Yeah.
Successfully
Thanks.
charm a gorilla, though,
Charm
to
a
not
gorilla.
kill you.
That's a good
Well,
point. I
fuck
guess
you.
I was just thinking for any primate I would attempt to challenge on, that'd be rape.
I don't know what
Okay.
it would
It'd have
look
to be
like.
one of those gorillas that like learn sign language.
What is
Oh,
it?
like Coco.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
no, Coco didn't
Coco wanted to
understand.
fuck some
Yeah.
tits.
No.
and it didn't actually understand.
Yeah, no, Coco didn't understand sign language, so you'd like sign to her, it's like, could I have sex with you? And she'd be like, yes, because she assumed like she'd be getting a treat after that, but then you just rape her.
Well, no, she wouldn't let you do that.
Yeah,
probably.
she'd just kill you.
No, she would, because she'd be like, I guess I accidentally agreed to this.
Yeah.
She understood consent, and that was about it.
Do gorillas understand consent? Oh,
And then she didn't get a treat afterwards,
Wait,
so
is,
she went wild.
is consent like a fucking vampire where it's like you can like trick them into it, where
Yeah.
you like sign a
Annihilate
contract
them.
and you're like, damn
No.
it, I guess I consented. I guess I
Yeah.
have to let them fuck me.
Yeah, that's
It-
what I'm gonna do for every partner in the future. Just
Yeah,
make
you
them
have to-
sign a contract.
Yeah, when you have conversations with your children as they're growing up and becoming sexual beings, with the boys you gotta talk about consent and how
Sexual
important it
beings
is to make
is a
sure
fun
you get it. But with
phrase.
girls, you have to talk to them about the vampire rules, where
Yeah.
if they can accidentally give consent and be tricked.
Yeah, it's true.
And then like if you do that, you have to have sex with them.
You have to. It's
So-
required by law.
Just be careful.
They can actually sue you. They
Yeah.
can sue you.
For
That's
blue balls, yeah,
Yeah.
that should be a law.
that should be. Yeah, that should be a law.
The only time you can revoke consent is when you're on the bottom. So
When you're on the top.
when you're on the top,
if
when
you
you're
walk
doing
away
the
and
action,
if you say sorry, I
it's
don't
like,
want to do this.
I'm fucking them, but I'm like, I don't consent to this.
Yeah, you're on top of them. You're like, I don't want to have sex with you anymore. They're like, then stop.
Get off,
Stop.
please.
What is this? I'm like, I'm taking you to court.
That'd be so funny
You're
if you had like
raping me.
if you had like an S and like her M is just like on the ground, just like tied up, and then she gets on, she's like, I don't want to have sex with you anymore. It's
I
like
can't do anything about
It's like
this.
I can't breathe. You like gagged me. Like tongue like Helen Keller.
Yeah, use
That's-
these fun tricks to send some stupid bitch to jail.
Prison for life.
Top 5 life
That's-
hacks to send some
That's
stupid
That's
to
a
jail.
court case you're losing for sure.
Yeah. Well, it'd be landmark.
Top
It would
5
be. It would
tricks
go to like.
to get rid of some dumb
That's going.
fucking
Yeah,
bitch.
that's going to the Supreme Court, and I'm getting Kavanaugh to side with me.
Yeah,
baby.
Kavanaugh's-
Kavanaugh's right on my corner.
Kavanaugh's like, I grew up teaching my daughters about the vampire rules, and if no one taught them about that, then you know what? That's kind of on them.
People are calling it the smuggest Supreme Court victory of all time.
Fuck.
Hey, laughing all the way to the bank.
The bank, you're making money off this.
Yeah, no, I'd sue them
That's
for
my
like damages.
settlement. Yeah, the
Yeah.
settlement is money. I don't want
Damages.
anything
The
else.
damages of me
You
not
don't have to
being
go to
able
prison.
Just-
I want your money.
Just fucking absurdly rich women and being like, you're raping me. Please don't have sex with me anymore then.
Yeah, you imagine like the amount of loopholes you'd have to jump through to like first get them to consent via vampire rules, then get them to not consent while they're having sex with you, so you can then sue
Yeah,
them.
I just want a clause in some fucking law that says vampire rules.
Please be the vampire.
The vampire rules clause.
If you knock 3 times, they can have sex with you. It's legal. There's nothing saying they
As
can't.
long as you let them in the foyer and took their shoes off
Yeah.
with your own
And
hands.
as long as you took the left shoe off first, then the right shoe off. It's too late.
These crazy third wave feminazis want to get rid of vampire rules.
Established in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, the founding fathers came up with vampire rules. We can't just get rid of them.
You come in and you're just like, you have like your bag in like some chick's dorm, and then you have like a bunch of shrunken heads in the bag, and you're like putting them on like opposite corners of the room, and she's like, not quite. And he's like, damn
I almost got her. I almost got her.
it. So close.
You almost raped me there.
No, I almost had to have sex
I
with
almost
you.
made you rape me.
It wasn't. No. Words mean things. I almost had to have sex with you through vampire rules. It wouldn't have been rape.
Well, then
Well, no,
that's why.
but if you decide it's rape partway through vampire rules sex, then she's raping you.
Yeah.
Oh! The guy is saying
yeah,
you
this is the
almost
graph.
raped me
Yeah.
as he's being stopped.
As she's picking up the sunken heads and disposing them and sealing them away.
That'd be tight. My brother used to put crab apples in the corners of his room to.
That was vampire
It warded,
rules.
it warded
He
off.
was waiting.
It warded
He
off.
would put crab apples in the corners and then he would fuck me in the ass.
Spiders don't like crab apples, so that you put them in your room to ward off spiders.
He's like Jackson. Please don't come in the room. I have to rape you. If you do that, it's law.
Like I don't
It's
really.
vampire rules.
I don't really understand the logic behind this, but okay.
Once you set them down, once you set the crab apples down, you have to have like a tier 3 mage
What
come in the
fuck
room and
are
dispel
crab
them.
apples? Where
They're
the
just
fuck do
shitty
they come
apples.
from?
They're just
Do
like
they come from a
shitty.
tree?
They come from a
the
tree.
ocean.
Yeah, they're crab apple trees and they suck.
What the fuck?
No one likes them.
Yeah, nobody eats them.
Well, they're very
My brother would
resilient
get
apples.
bit like on the face and neck all the time by spiders when he was a kid, so he'd have to put crab apples in the room to like ward off
He
spiders.
was trying to get superpowers.
And I'm like, do spiders just smell the crab apple in the room and leave?
Well,
or...
they're like, I think they're poisonous to spiders.
Well, why the fuck would they eat this crab? Crab apple's in the opposite corner of the room. Why do they give a shit about that crab apple over there?
Well, they
when
probably
my
just
brother's
smell
over
it.
here?
Like if it's 4 corners, they
Maybe
probably
it's
just
like
like smell.
pheromones
Yeah.
or some shit.
I
the
guess, but
gases
I think
I don't
that
know
they're
enough about
giving
spiders
out.
to have any sort of
crab
insight on
apples.
this.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm definitely going to try to explain it to you.
Yeah. No one here. You just said your brother puts crab apples in the corner of the
Why,
room.
that's what I
We're
was
trying to
thinking of.
formulate any sort of
Yeah.
hypothesis as to how this would
I
work.
was
They're
thinking of
calling
that, and I'm
it the
like,
Wild
I'm
West.
like
of the
wondering
wild.
whether or not that was like
Vampire
some magical like formula my family came up with or passed down.
No,
and
I've
it wasn't
heard
like
of that.
a real
I've heard
thing.
of it before, though.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
the spiders.
it's like a
don't
real thing.
Yeah,
then,
I've heard
okay.
of it. Yeah.
It's like,
I don't
huh?
know if it's.
Was that
it's-
real? Or did I just make that up? My family just made that shit
George
up.
Washington made that up. He says, "Yep," and here are
He's
the
like,
requirements.
So
I
we figured
squashed
out.
a spider with a crab apple once, and they seemed to not like that very much.
He's like, I figured out that vampire rules thing. Now, how are we gonna deal with all these spiders?
2 for 1.
all these spiders are macking on Martha.
Yeah,
and I
the
can't
founding
have
fathers were brilliant people who nailed everything,
Yep,
and they got it right first try.
that. The first try.
exactly. They dunked it. That was
Yeah.
a slam dunk.
Slam Dunkarino. Fucking.
That's
It
what
was
Ben-
definitely
Dunkachino.
Ben. It was definitely Ben Franklin who came
Yeah.
up with the vampire rules.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Ben
Like-
Franklin doing all the raping.
Yeah, he's like Ben. Why do you want us to add like he like comes in with like a piece of paper and like staples it to the bottom, and he's like, "Oh, it's a part of it now."
They're
So
like,
John-
all right, that's the Constitution done. What's next on the docket? And Ben Franklin's like, I have something I'd like to talk about.
can I present an idea to the
I
court?
present to
Yeah.
Congress.
Yeah, the vampire rules is like Articles of the Confederation, where it's like before they had the Constitution, they had a first draft, and it was called Vampire Rules.
That's they were like this.
And they're like, this is a little too rape focused
yeah.
for the basis of a nation.
Yeah, that was the fucking the Declaration of Independence was called like Vampire Rules, but like in terms of like vampire rules, like they,
Vampires.
I don't know why that would be what they would.
We're
say.
the vampires.
I don't know why
We
it would be
rule.
a. I don't know why it would be a not a noun but a verb instead or an adjective. Vampire
Vampires rule.
rules.
It's like
Vampire
the-
rules. The singular vampire rules.
No, it's like, dude, that rules. It's like, that's sick, bro.
It's like that-
rules.
Parody movie Twilight. Vampires suck. Vampires.
What was the one?
That was
like-
actually a third wave feminist movie because they were trying to get. That was like trying to bring attention to the vampire rules. They're like, listen, if someone starts laying crab apples down, don't let them finish. Don't let them get to guard that corner with your life.
Yeah,
And that's why I
feminists
got
are
like.
look, we've accepted the vampire rules are here to stay, but we'll teach you how to fight back against
That's why I got horrible reviews because people were like, it's so not funny. They just kept bringing up all this rape nonsense.
This vampire sex was too PC.
Is that